These motherfuckers talking about Trey Songz. Man, you ain't bought a motherfucking Joe CD in years. Now you talking about Trey Songz. Trey did that shit as a favor for me, man. Shit, y'all keep this shit up. Fuck it, I'm gonna have to put that motherfucker back the way it was.
Hello, it's your boy Carcino here. Fifth of fool, ain't he? He could take any subject and turn it into a profitable situation for him. Now, without rhyme or reason, 50 Cent decided to make a change to Big Rich Town for the final season, just to do something new and something fresh. And he asked Trey Songz to do it, and he put A Boogie in there. He tried to give it a young appeal, because the first one is more, soul. This one is more clubby, more to the younger people in the younger generation, trying to, you know, appease these millennials. And you just can't please them. There's no way of doing that. They love to be unhappy. They love to criticize. That's just what they live for. Now, the song isn't bad. It isn't. It's just not fit for that setting. If you're going to make changes, you got to change the whole artwork, got to change everything. But it's funny because he's getting swamped with people tagging him and doing their own little reaction videos to seeing it from all the celebrities doing it, the monkey see, monkey do thing. And it's pretty funny, but what it does is it's advertising power. Advertising power. That's all it's doing. It's keeping that circle going. Just keep advertising power. We're going to keep pushing that narrative. Keep advertising the show. That's the key. And as long as you're doing that, you're going to be pushing that narrative to go down this road for a very long time. Meaning that in that generation, in that era, in that time, there's a certain nostalgic behavior that takes place with power. Power resonates with adults more than it does new age. Ghost and Tanya, Tasha, them, they're from a different era. The people that are judging this are in the Tyreek era. So you're looking at that gap, period. Well, they try to hint at something might happen, but you got to look at it like this. Trey Songz is a friend of 50's. Like they're partners as far as doing business together. So they see a lot of each other. And being the fact that they see a lot of each other, there's a good instance that he wanted to get Trey involved, and Trey was like, whatever, Phil, you know, you're my homeboy. Like, whatever you need, I'm down with. But more than that, the studio was okay with it. But what they should have done, and the studio should have did, was change the whole artwork for the final season. But what this did was bring Joe back in demand. If I'm Joe, I'm in the studio right now finna drop that new Joe track. Joe should be up. Joe was trending and didn't capitalize on it. He'd be like, what's a trend? You're trending right now, Joe. You're blowing up on the internet. Well, what I do? You did nothing. You know that song you did 6 years ago with 50? When I was on the roof of that building? Yeah, it's blowing up. Oh, that's great. Am I going to get a check? No, but if you put out something new now, it might lead to more money. Good. Call them record company. Tell them I still got my child. Still got it, baby. The new Eddie Kane. A lot of people think Fifth is gonna put out another album. 50 Cent gonna leak a new album. Watch. I don't think that's the direction that they're going in right now. And people's like, why is it taking the BMF series so long? Come on, we need to. Series take a long time when they're in development. You guys just knew about it right away. And that's the thing that you don't know is it take a long time. It take years to put together a sitcom sometimes. You gotta wait for the budget, the money, who's gonna buy the rights. I mean, 50 Cent had a pilot to a show that never happened. It was like me and 50 Cent. Like me and 50. It was on Fox. They did like a one pilot show. It never aired. They did a test thing for it. It didn't come out well, so they didn't even go down that route. 50 has had about 3, 4 shows on television already. The comedy show, they opted not to pick it up for another season, even though the episodes were funny. But since the first season, the first episodes, they didn't knock it out the park on the first one. A lot of people wasn't interested, even though the show got better as it went on. But the first episode, you got to kind of knock it out of the park. But that's a learning curve. Fifth would only get better. I don't understand. For me, why was A Boogie on the song? I don't got nothing against A Boogie. I mean, it's a good look for him, but A Boogie with the hoodie, he ain't supposed to be on that record. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be that guy, but when I think power, I don't think A Boogie with the hoodie. I just don't. Nothing about any of that says A Boogie with the hoodie. When I think of power, I'm not thinking. You know what this song is missing? If they put A Boogie with the hoodie on there, this thing will really bug. This thing will really pop. Who came up with that idea? Forget the Trey song. What is A Boogie with the hoodie doing on the record? That needs to be brought up more. Now, like I told you, I have no problems with A Boogie with the hoodie. It's just that he needs to be doing the hoodie on his own record, not on my 50 Cent record. I don't want to get jiggy with that. I'm like, oh wow. Fortunately, I mean, I've had people on Twitter say, man, I just muted until they get to the thing. I can't even listen to it. That's bad. Song ain't that bad, but my goodness, somebody say I just mute until it comes on the screen. I don't even know if they played the A Boogie version. I've seen the live performance. I haven't seen the. I don't even know if they play the whole thing on the trailer to where A Boogie, his thing come out. It's funny because 50 had released the song. He released the song about an hour earlier. Damn. Uh-oh. Hold on. I think it's that weekly text thing talking about storms. Don't believe me, it's gonna storm once I leave. And it come the storm. It's gonna be like, and now we bring a storm. I'll be like, of course you will, because I'm here. Here come the storm. Now, to say, where were we about big rich town? Courtney Kemp, the rest of the people would have to write off him and write off on the idea. And people say, what is Fifth's real involvement with the show? Like we need to know, like, what is this real, like, situation with power? I'm like, well, he's the creative guy. The writing department does what he does, but to make it authentic, 50's there to make sure it's authentic and how the procedures and how everything goes. And, I mean, he directed some episodes. He's getting his feet wet in a lot of different fields of entertainment. That's what you're supposed to do. Anybody still doing the same thing for 20 some odd years? Kind of ridiculous and redundant. But let me get out of here. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. So let me tackle this. I'll holler at you. Bye.